What happens when fame, fashion, and family collide under one global spotlight? When sisterhood isn't just a bond, it's a brand. For Kendall and Kylie Jenner, growing up inside America's most watched family meant every argument, every tear, and every laugh was magnified by millions of eyes, behind the glam, the makeup, and the runway lights. Two sisters have shared a relationship that's equal parts love and rivalry, raw, real, and unforgettable. This is the story of Kendall and Kylie Jenner's most iconic sister fights and moments, where the cameras didn't just capture reality, they captured history. It all began long before Keeping Up with the Kardashians became a household name. Kendall and Kylie Jenner were just two little girls running through the halls of their Calabasas home, dodging camera crews and clinging to the comfort of childhood. Yet, as the world soon found out, their ordinary sisterly squabbles would evolve into viral moments that defined an era of reality television. From the start, Kendall, the poised, often reserved, model length-making, bodied calm and control. Kylie, on the other hand, was fiery, outspoken, and unafraid to challenge anyone, even her older sister. Together, they were unstoppable. Apart, they were unpredictable. As the narrator standing backstage during some of their most talked-about moments, I witnessed the raw dynamic between the two unfold like a scripted drama, except it was all real. One of the earliest signs of tension appeared during their teenage years. Kendall had just landed her first major modeling gig, and Kylie was beginning to carve out her own identity beyond her older siblings. Cameras rolled as the sisters prepared for a red carpet event. Kendall, dressed in a sleek designer gown, fussed over details. Kylie, bold in her own edgy style, rolled her eyes. "You always think you're better because you're a model," Kylie snapped. Kendall's reply was calm but cutting. "I just take my career seriously, Kylie." That exchange wasn't just sibling banter, it was the spark that revealed the subtle rivalry brewing between the two. Behind their perfect selfies and shared brand campaigns, there was an unspoken competition. Who would be the next breakout Jenner? Years later, as Kendall's modeling career skyrocketed, walking for Chanel, Versace, and Calvin Klein, Kylie's empire took form in another arena entirely: beauty. Kylie Cosmetics transformed her from reality star to self-made billionaire. And suddenly, the world wasn't just watching Kendall's runway. It was buying Kylie's lip kits in record numbers. But success didn't shield them from conflict. In 2015, during an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the world witnessed one of Kendall and Kylie Jenner's most iconic sister fights. The scene: a family vacation in the tropics. What started as playful teasing quickly turned emotional. Kylie had borrowed one of Kendall's favorite dresses without asking. It was a minor offense by normal sibling standards. But for the Jenners living life under constant media pressure, it became explosive. Kendall's tone was icy as she confronted her sister. "You never respect my things," Kylie fired back. "You act like you're some saint because you're a model." "Chill out, Kendall." The argument escalated until Kris Jenner intervened, her voice echoing through the house like thunder. "Girls, enough." As a narrator standing on the sidelines, it was mesmerizing to see the contrast. Kendall's composed exterior cracked just enough to reveal her frustration, while Kylie's confidence burned brighter, feeding off the tension. It wasn't about the dress. It was about identity, respect, and the pressure of being constantly compared. Despite the chaos, there were also heartwarming moments, times when their bond transcended fame and friction. In 2016, when Kylie turned 19, Kendall planned a surprise getaway to Turks and Caicos. The sisters laughed, danced, and shared champagne by the beach as the cameras captured rare, unfiltered joy. "No one gets me like you do," Kylie said softly as the sun dipped below the horizon. For a moment, it wasn't about fame or followers, it was about sisterhood. Yet, as quickly as harmony settled, drama would return. The following year, during another KUWTK episode, Kendall accused Kylie of prioritizing fame over family. "You've changed," she said during a heated phone call. "You don't even show up anymore." Kylie, defensive yet emotional, replied, "You don't understand how hard I'm working." It was a fight that revealed the emotional cost of success. The world saw their achievements, but behind those glossy headlines were two young women struggling to stay connected in the whirlwind of celebrity. Then came the unforgettable night of the Palm Springs getaway in 2020, arguably one of Kendall and Kylie Jenner's most iconic sister fights. The entire Kardashian-Jenner clan had gathered for a night out. But tensions brewed as the sisters argued over an outfit, of all things. Kendall felt disrespected when Kylie wore the look she'd planned for herself. "You're so selfish, Kylie," Kendall fumed. "You always do this." The argument escalated in the car ride home, turning from verbal jabs to something far more intense. The cameras cut, but the audio told the story, shouting chaos and tears. When the footage aired, fans were stunned. The world saw not just an argument, but the collision of years of pent-up emotions, envy, and miscommunication. As a narrator recalling that night, I can still feel the energy in the room, the tension so thick it could be cut with a knife. Kylie stormed out. Kendall left in silence. And Kris Jenner, ever the matriarch, was left to pick up the emotional pieces. Yet, what made this fight iconic wasn't the confrontation itself, was the reconciliation that followed. Days later, Kendall and Kylie met privately, away from cameras. Kendall arrived first, her eyes tired but determined. Kylie walked in, hesitant but open. "I hate fighting with you," she admitted. Kendall smiled faintly. "Me too. We're stronger together." That moment, though quiet and off-camera, spoke volumes. In a world where every headline thrives on drama, these two sisters managed to find their way back to each other again and again. Their bond, though tested, continued to evolve. During the pandemic, Kendall and Kylie began spending more time together, often posting funny TikToks and candid behind-the-scenes moments that fans adored. Gone were the shouting matches, replaced with laughter, dancing, and unfiltered sisterly fun. In one viral clip, the sisters recreated an old childhood video, mouthing along to a song from their early KUWTK days. The caption read, "Some things never change." Fans flooded the comments with heart emojis, celebrating how far they'd come. But even with maturity, the Jenner sisters never lost their spark, the playful tension that made them so relatable. Whether it was Kylie pranking Kendall during a makeup tutorial, or Kendall roasting Kylie's over-the-top fashion choices, their dynamic remained electric. Behind the fame, they've also been each other's biggest supporters. When Kendall opened up about anxiety, Kylie stood by her, posting messages of love and encouragement. When Kylie faced public criticism over her private jet usage, Kendall reminded her that no one truly knows what it's like to live under this much scrutiny, through the highs and lows. They've learned that fame may magnify their flaws, but it also amplifies their resilience. Their sisterhood has weathered public opinion, online hate, and personal heartbreak. I remember the night of the 2023 Met Gala. Kendall, dazzling in a custom Marc Jacobs bodysuit, walked the red carpet with her signature grace. Kylie, bold in a cherry red gown, followed minutes later. As flashes erupted, the crowd buzzed not just for their fashion, but for their unity. Backstage, the sisters shared a brief hug. "We did it again," Kylie whispered. Kendall smiled. Always. That moment captured everything about their journey. Two sisters. Once rivals, now allies, standing tall in the spotlight, they built together as the narrator. I've seen them grow from giggling teens on a reality show to powerful women shaping industries. Their relationship has always been layered, complicated yet authentic, fragile yet unbreakable. Every fight, every tear, every laugh has only added depth to their bond. Because in the world of Kendall and Kylie Jenner, iconic doesn't just describe their looks or their femme, it describes their sisterhood. And perhaps that's what makes their story so captivating. Beyond the makeup lines, the runway shows, and the luxury homes lies something deeply human. Two sisters navigating life under impossible pressure, yet somehow always finding their way back to love. As the credits roll and the spotlight fades, one truth remains unshakable. Kendall and Kylie Jenner may fight, they may clash, but together they're unstoppable. Their story is not one of perfection, but of perseverance, a testament to what happens when the world's most famous sisters choose forgiveness over pride, laughter over rivalry, and connection over competition. Because no matter how many cameras roll or headlines scream, Kendall and Kylie Jenner's most iconic moments will always be the ones that remind us they're not just stars, they're sisters.